All right, guys, here I am installing a new 10.4-inch Android radio into my Chevy Cruze. Now, in order to do this, here's the unit right here. Touchscreen. It's got like 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of memory. Android 10. Got it on Amazon. Next day shipped for $200, so not bad. Better than waiting a couple weeks for it to come from China. So it's already here from China, basically. So, in order to get your stock radio out right here, you would have to take this guy off first, which will go right here. So that will pop off. Literally just pry from the edge right here with a pry tool, and you'll hear it pop, because inside the slot right here goes one of the clips. So you put it right here, push it down, and it will pop up, and then just work your way all the way around. And then second thing is to take off this guy right here. This thing will pop off. And then you also have to take off the face unit of your radio right here. There's going to be 2 screws that screw on each corner. They come off. They normally go in right here and right here. Those have to come out. And then for this guy here, which is a huge pain in the butt, is there's 2 screws right here that have to come out. Take those 2 screws out. And then on the side right here, you'll see this tab. Sorry, you'll see this tab right here. It goes all the way to the back. And you have to push that, or you have to pull that out towards you. And eventually they will pop out. Or is it pushing in? Let me feel again. No, you got to push it inwards. So you got to push the tab inwards and then give a good yank and pull it towards you, and it will pop right out. Then after that, you have to unscrew this unit right here, which should pull forward. That way you can get to the screws that are hidden right down inside there for the actual, I guess, the brains of everything right here for your stock radio. And after that, it's the plug and play install for this guy right here. So I will continue that in a second, but first of all, I'm going to get this off, I'm going to get this off, and I'm going to get this thing off right here. If I run into any complications, I'll let you guys know what the complications are, and then we'll go from there. All right, there's an update to taking this guy off right here, which is the unit that goes up front right there. So what you have to do is literally just pull it. Grab it by the sides and give it a good yank, and it should pull out, because these guys here are just pressure fit clamps, so they don't actually move at all. So if I push on this, and it slightly moves a little bit, so if you want to try pushing it in, grabbing it like so, pushing it in with your finger, and then giving it a good yank, maybe that'll help as well. But that's how that thing came off. I just gave it a good yank, and it eventually just pulled right out. So you're gonna have to get tough with it, but it'll work. Okay, guys, here's another update on getting this guy off right here. There's 4 screws, one here, one down there, and the same on both sides, basically, just mirrored image both sides. Take those screws out, and then it has those little tabs. If I can pull it back, you guys can see it. That tab right there slides inside that hole. This thing is very scary to pull off. You may think it, I mean, if you look right here, I kind of scuffed up my sides right here a little bit. So, and I pried on this thing here, and I was afraid I was going to break it. So just take your time, put a pry, whatever you're prying with, put it on the back side here, and just keep on pushing back and forth until eventually it pops. Now you got to do it pretty tough. So there is a chance this thing might actually crack or possibly break if you don't do it correctly and take your time. I would suggest doing it in warm weather or in a garage that's heated, or you know, the temperature of the side of the garage is not too cold. Right now it's like 40 degrees outside and I'm doing this, so this stuff's pretty brittle. I don't want it to snap, but there is that chance, so I took my time doing it. Hopefully you guys had good luck with it as well. And on to the next part. Okay, next step after getting this guy pulled back. I didn't take it all the way off, so I wasn't sure if anything else was going to break down here, so all I did was just pull this thing back as far as I could. And you see the screw hole right there, screw hole there, and there's 2 up top, one there and one there. All the screws to take everything out of here is 7mm. So I have a 7mm skinny little socket right here. There you go, 7mm on like just a little regular screwdriver end, basically. Comes with my set. So 7 mils to get this thing out. Undo those screws, and this guy should, this guy will pull right out. If I didn't have to hold my hand or phone with my hand, I would take this thing out and show you guys what's going on, but I'm just going to flop into the next step. Okay, radio slid out. You do not have very much room at all. That's as far as I can pull it out, and I can barely see back here. But all these connections have to be disconnected. And yeah, so that's a step. Once I get these things disconnected, I will jump to the next step. All right, guys. This guy right here, literally just got to push on it. A little tab. Oops, there we go. Little tab right here. Push on it and pulls. Comes out of right here. Now this one that goes right here is kind of like one on a Tipman, if you guys know what a Tipman is. So it kind of rolls itself into it. So what you do when it's inside, or hooked up right there, all you have to do is push this thing down and pull back. As you pull back, you pull this out at the same time, and it kind of rolls out. Now these guys right here and here, you have to pop this pink tab up and then pull the thing out. Same with that one there. And then anything else you see similar to that. I'm not sure what this guy would be right here, because I can't pull this thing out right here without getting this guy out first. This one's, I mean, it's already undid, but I have to get this thing undone somehow. Once I'm able to turn it more, I'm having some of these wires, I'll have better, movement with this thing. It'll be a lot easier. But yeah, so just that there and that there. I think the only pain in the butt for this whole install, or taking this stuff out, is undoing all the things on this guy here. That's why I'm showing you guys step by step to make it much easier for you guys. So pop these pink tabs up with a screwdriver from the top. You just kind of stick it inside there, pop it up. Let me see if I can do it while I got it on camera here. Let's see. Stick it in here. Pull up like so. And this guy should pull out if I have it. There we go. Yeah, so you see how it's kind of raised up a little bit higher? Normally it's pushed down like that. So it'll be the same for this guy right here as well. Alright guys, for this guy right here, what you have to do, let me see if I can get close enough so you guys can see. So this little metal part of the clip right here, let me demonstrate with a screwdriver really quick if I can see. Put the screwdriver behind it, pull up, and then that pulls right out. That's how that comes out. And this guy's just the normal, pull the tab, pinch, and pull. And then that's it. And now the whole CD player part of the unit is out. And then on to the next step, which would be hooking up all these wires right here to the proper connections to the wire harness that's inside of this box here. Once I have it all hooked up, I will show you guys what the outcome is of it being hooked up to the wire harness first. Alright guys, I got everything plugged in. I got this opened up so you guys can still see where I'm going to have to show you guys where certain stuff has to go. I had to use the Lifeline Call a Friend to figure out which one of these things right here was for the antenna. So on the back of your actual stereo unit right here, let me grab it so I can show you guys. On the back here, you'll see those two plugs on the left. You got the white one right there, or silver one, and the black one. One of those is for the antenna, and one of those is for like XM radio and stuff like that. Which I will show you if I can get no shadows in the picture here. You pull these things up. So you got two of them here. You got this yellow one here, which went to the black one on the back of my stereo, and then this black one here that went to, no, not this one, sorry. This guy right here went plugged into the back of the stereo as your antenna. This black one here, which is going to be your bottom left one, the silver one, that is your antenna. So when you guys are hooking this thing up, so you guys don't get confused, plugs into the back of this here, which then gets plugged in to there. So it routes that way. What else gets plugged in here? You're only going to utilize certain plugs out here. The rest are just going to stay all dangly and free. Let me move this light and put it in my hand instead. There we go. So most of these things are going to be all free, standing and stuff like that. You're not going to use them at all. Only ones you're going to use is that big main one, this black one right here that goes up top to here to the display. Pretty much that's probably the display. And then you're going to use the antenna, or the antenna's right there, and this thing's something else. I'm not even quite sure what it is, but yeah, that's all you have to use. The rest is just gonna be dangling around in there. You guys can route whatever you want in here. It comes with a new chime that you can hide up inside there. So when you open the door, it goes ding, 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 or you turn the key on, it goes ding, ding, ding. This thing right here is a canvas for something. I think it has to control, links up with the computers and stuff like that to get everything running the way it's supposed to run. And then it comes with a GPS. I got the GPS cord going through here, through this way, down, out by the steering wheel here, and up and around. And you guys can't even see it. Let me turn the light on again. It's chilling right there. Ooh, it looks dusty with the light on. But it's chilling right there. I guess you can put it inside, no problem. You know, stick it up inside there somewhere, and it will still get the proper GPS signal you need. But yeah, everything works. Tested it all out. Let me go to radio really quick so you guys can hear. I'm using my controls on here, so all my controls work. See, mute works, and then turn it back on. There you go. Call gives you a dial option right there. Oh, I guess you can scroll through the stations with this guy right here. Let me go back to radio. And let's see if this scrolls by pushing this up and down. Oh, I guess not. Well, you can go down. Oh, you scroll through all your saved ones right here. These ones aren't even saved. Those just came on, they're generic. But yeah, once you save a whole bunch in through here, you can just scroll through to the different stations. So yeah, it works pretty good. The Bluetooth works as well for streaming music, stuff like that. I have my Bluetooth off right now because I don't know, it wasn't working very good for me. But it was my phone that actually died, which killed it. And that's why I wasn't getting interruption in it, because my phone was dying. But now my phone's charged up. Everything works good. Let's see. Go to apps. Press this right here. Scroll across twice. And then let me see. I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to go to system info. And I got this unit off of Amazon for $199, shipped to my door the next day. And those are the settings in it. So it is Android 10.1. It is 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage. So everything's good. That's the display. So 1024 by 768. Not bad. It's a car radio. It's not a freaking 4K TV. You know what I mean? I don't really care what the display is, as long as it's somewhat decent. That's pretty decent numbers right there. So it has a whole bunch of different car things like that. You go into this in here and you can set a bunch of different stuff. Car settings. And you go to the original car settings, and you can scroll through other stuff like that. Let's see. Original car settings. Scroll through a whole bunch of stuff. But not for me. Let's see. Factory settings. When you go to the factory settings, the code's going to be 8888. Hit OK. And you got a bunch of settings right here you can go through and set stuff up. I don't have my USB connected, stuff like that. I'm going to run that probably later on. Once I get a review camera, I'll put in the added USB here to run stuff off the USB, flash drive, stuff like that. Then buy a camera for like, you know, 10 or 15 bucks, a review camera, hook it onto this thing here, and I'll finally have a review camera, which my car did not come with. It does have navigation, however, my let's see, accept and continue. Might take a little bit for it to load up, but oh yeah, there's no, my Wi-Fi is not turned on, so it's gonna sit there and just keep on going around and around and around and around. So never mind. Once my Wi-Fi is hooked back up, it'll be all good. Go to this here, just go back to radio, or you can go here just like a regular Android phone. You know, you can kill whatever you were just into last by sliding it over. That's it. Go to the radio. Go to settings. Here's all your audio settings. It's got some presets in there. Classic, jazz, pop, you know. And you have the custom. You can move it up and down. I'm not quite sure about all these hertz and stuff like that. I'm not a big system guy, so I have no idea. But yeah, lots of stuff in here. Once I get it all put back in together here to make sure it all works, after I put it back in, I'll continue with you guys there. Alright guys, everything's in. If I can stand back far enough, you guys can see how it looks in here now. Pretty dang sweet. I'll get a better view of it during the day. At least I will. You guys will be seeing this in the video, so I'll probably throw a couple snapshots in there so you guys can see what it looks like. But either way, way better than what was in here before, size-wise. Looks pretty decent. I like it. And it goes up. Volume works. It works awesome. So, yeah. This thing's pretty pimp. I highly suggest it. Like I said, this is I got it off Amazon. I'll post a link below in the video as well. So until the next one, guys. Peace.
800 feet. Turn right onto Michigan 19 South.
Alright, GPS works. So I give it a good quick try so you guys can see it.
Turn right onto Michigan 19 South.
This thing's badass. Well, I'm going left, sorry. It works.